Well, who the ruddy heck saw this coming, guys? In the Club World Cup, Man City 3, Al Hilal 4. The Saudi team shock world football by eliminating Pep Guardiola's superstars and advancing on through. I tell you what, Man City were the favourites for this side of the draw. Now that might leave some little club called Chelsea. So naturally, delighted with this. Of course, Chelsea would need to get past other teams, but what an absolute ruddy ding-dong, mate. And I must say, freaking Simone Inzaghi, out of all, you know, these Saudi signings trying to attract all these people with money, maybe the most important and best one is Inzaghi. And of course, we've seen high-profile footballers go over there, and there have been high-profile managers as well. But I don't know, I mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm yet to see, like, a big obvious manager go over there and make the difference as a manager. Maybe it could be Inzaghi, because they have been really, really good. They've got a good team, man. We're going to get into it. I mean, I'm looking at some of these names. Certainly a lot of them I recognise. And Man City, they started so many serious players as well. And they got dunked on 4-3. We're going to talk about it. Firstly, I watched the highlights, yeah? It was in the dead of the night. It's not my team. It was like 2 a.m. kickoff for me. So I thought this was going to be like a 4-2, 4-1 Man City win. With the greatest respect to Al Hilal, that I know are a good team, but I just thought Man City were finding momentum now, and Pep looked like, you know, they're back in business. But no. And of course, it did take Bono having an amazing game in goal. We're going to get into all of that here, guys. Welcome back to the channel, Football Yannick, of course. Daily content here on this YouTube channel. And should you enjoy it, I would be very thankful for your support. Your support can be seen as liking and subscribing. So thank you for that. Mate, let's take a look then, shall we? Ding! Here we go. Let's look at these lineups here on SofaScore. First of all, Man City, Gvardiol, Ruben Dias in front of Ederson, flanked by new wicked left-back Ryan Nouri, Nunez, of course, another new signing in Reinders in the midfield next to the now club captain, Bernardo Silva. Ilkay Gundogan, who's having a bit of a better time, of course. Expensive signings, Savinho and Doku behind some guy called Erling Haaland. Christmas tree formation from Guardiola. So wingers playing as inside forwards, kind of. I mean, this is what Surfshark's a Surfshark. My brain's getting melted from my sponsors from other YouTube channels. SofaScore is telling me. And of course, we see a back five, unsurprisingly, from Simone Inzaghi and Al Hilal. Bono in goal. He's the player of the match here on SofaScore. Had a great game. I know 4 of the back 5. Sorry, Al Harbi, but Renan Lodi, once of Atletico Madrid. Ruben Neves, you know, plays for Portugal, once of Wolves, very high profile, good player. Koulibaly, we all know Koulibaly, and a little guy called Joao Cancelo executing a beautiful assist in this game, which has got, you know, it's riddled in narrative. And Milinkovic-Savic, really high-profile player, was being linked with £80 million moves away from Lazio for a long time. Malcolm being linked with Barcelona, and I think Chelsea at some point. Did he go to Barcelona? He's being linked with them. Anyway, these are like high-profile players, you know. Not so much the substitutes. They don't even have freaking Mitrovic available. In terms of players that featured off the bench for City, they went all out, man. Another new signing in Ryan Cherki. Ballon d'Or holder Rodri. Akanji comes on for Gvardiol to play centre-back. Ake comes on to play wide defender, I guess. Omar Mamouche, he's a good player, isn't he? Phil Foden comes on and scores as well. So let's be real about this. Man City went for this with the starters and the players that played. And look, Man City didn't win a trophy last season. By their standards, it was very poor. They spent loads of money in January to ensure they get top 4. They spent loads of money this summer. They're, you know, part of their rebuild. They got Pep Linders once of Liverpool. They're meant to be... This is an opportunity for them to go, we're going to win the Club World Cup. They've gone all in. They're trying to play, you know, all the good players. You win a lot of money. Of course, there's still the stuff going on in the background with the court case, and it's just Pep's still here. All these good players are here. We're good again. We're on the world stage, reminding you all we're good again. But no, they got dunked on by Al Hilal. And obviously, with DAZN, the money that's being put in, a lot of the money for this competition is coming in from the PIF, Public Investment Fund. I think, essentially from Saudi Arabia. So to have Al Hilal dunk on Guardiola and Manchester City, the competition at large will be very, very pleased with this result. Of course, they want, European teams to go far because they know that will bring the eyes. It will be like the Champions League knockouts. But, it's with Brazil, some Brazil teams going out. Of course, Fluminense got a great win yesterday, knocking out Inzaghi's old team Inter 2-0. Thiago Silva keeping a clean sheet again. The 40-year-old. But this is sensational stuff, guys. Let's look at the stats quickly. Obviously, it went into extra time. Well, let's look at the timeline first for context. There was an early goal, Bernardo Silva, assisted by Gundogan. And that was the only goals in the first half, that single one. Leonardo scores a great goal. I think the ball is from Cancelo. Maybe it's the Malcolm goal then, but there's an outside of the boot. Wonderful pass. Maybe it's for the Malcolm, or maybe it's a ball that eventually reaches Leonardo. So Al Hilal immediately equalised in the first minute of the second half. And then within sort of 6 minutes, they're leading. Erling Haaland pops up and scores a goal because he will tend to do that, of course. And then 2-2, it goes into extra time. This is real ding-dong stuff, isn't it? Because it's just a 7-goal thriller. It's lovely stuff. Lots of changes towards the end of the first half from Al Hilal. Inzaghi is going for it. And Marmoush comes on for Haaland. Ryan Cherki comes on for Reinders. Koulibaly pops up with a textbook Kalidou Koulibaly header set piece. Rises high, flicked header. Lovely stuff. 94th minute, the beginning of extra time, so there's a long way to go still at this point. Ruben Neves assist, but then Phil Foden seemingly found form again, linking up with Ryan Cherki, getting the Man City fans excited at this point, seeing that link up. That's what they want to see. Cherki and Foden. Foden's still a young player, of course, and needed a real off-season last campaign, by his standards, certainly. So City fans excited to see that link up. Thinking that they can do it. And then, of course, Leonardo scoring in the 112th minute, which leaves them 8 minutes to do something City, but they don't. And Simone Inzaghi, celebrating like a nutter as he does, beats Guardiola with his... I don't want to be like... It's not like this is... I've just... Look at these players. It isn't like, a fairy tale story, is it? They're all getting paid like ridiculous amounts of money and they're very talented footballers. But they're not as, high profile, talented, probably as young as Man City. And it's Inzaghi getting one over Guardiola, which can only be described as great fun. Match overview. 7 big chances to Al Hilal. So they had more big chances than Man City, despite less shots, much more clinical. But then again, this is the real situation, isn't it? Bono with the 10 saves, double digits for saves. Man City's 19 corner kicks, 30 shots. But, this ultimately is not just the scoreline, it's big chances. That's the main situation, isn't it? That's what sort of dictates actually how well you are playing. And, they didn't even have the guy, Mitro. Didn't even have Mitro. So there we have it, man. 4-3 after extra time. Absolute sensational ding-dong material. Man City go home. Look, it is this point now where... You'll be frustrated to lose because people are actually wanting to win. Just not because of the money. The trophy does look cool. It is bragging rights. You can see the teams and the players are taking it seriously because they're all having fights on the pitch and in the tunnel, and they're celebrating wildly. They really want to win it. The clubs really want the money and the prestige as well. Like I say, the trophy is cool, and it's not gonna. And you get to wear that Champions of the World badge on your kit for 4 years, which is like a nice little flex, and just constantly sing Champions of the World, which opposition teams you play throughout the coming campaigns will hate, which is just top banter. And Man City won't be able to do that. Man City won't be able to do that. They have been eliminated from the Club World Cup at the hands of Simone Inzaghi's Al Hilal. The Saudi team go on. I mean, it is lovely stuff, isn't it? It is lovely stuff. So they will, in the quarterfinal, I think I'm not sure they'll play the winner of Chelsea Palmeiras. I think they're still one removed, I think. No, they will play Fluminense. Al Hilal will play Fluminense, and the winner of that will get into the semi-finals. I think I'm right. But yeah, man, very, very exciting. They've really impressed people, Al Hilal. And Simone Inzaghi, like, a lot of people were disappointed when he just went to Saudi after, reaching 2 Champions League finals in 3 years and nearly winning the title and stuff and not just getting over the line. Maybe his team was just a bit old and tired. But, Al Hilal will be like a great acquisition. Anyway, let me know what you think. Please do consider supporting the content, liking and subscribing, at least if 1 video a day here. So keep it locked, man. I hope to see you back here soon. Take care of yourselves. Peace.